I wanted to say we're here with Danny Jones from the Danny Jones podcast. We're at his new studio space that we have the pleasure of building. We're super excited about this. It's hot right now. We got the AC off to keep down the dust. That's right. That's right.
So great. Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
I know you're busy. Appreciate you coming. Yeah. I think the main reason why we wanted to do this is because first and foremost, this is like the first celebrity and you are, I mean, you know, in some ways, maybe not like, but to us, you're a celebrity, right? You got big dreams and you're fulfilling them. I think building this is part of that growth, right?
Hell yeah.
And I guess one of the things I'd want to know is getting here, how long was it before you got this that you thought, I want to be here in this area with a facility like this? How long from the time you made your mind up like that, I'm going to do something this big, to actually achieving that dream of like having your own facility? Because this is a beautiful
deal,
place.
man.
It's a big deal for us. This would be a big deal for me.
When we started the podcast, I think it was like 2016, 17 maybe. We were just doing like one a month just for fun.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like in the basement of my buddy's house. And then we moved into using a room in one of my buddy's buildings. And like, well, we weren't even really taking it seriously. So like when we started like actually taking it seriously and doing one a week, probably like 3 years ago, then it was like, oh man, it would be sick to have a warehouse one day, you know, like our own fantasy factory where we can do whatever the fuck we want. Yep. You know, we're in a place right now where we have to, I'm renting that building from my friend that we're at right now. Yeah. And like, we have to follow rules. You know what I mean? Like, we're not allowed to smoke in there. We're not allowed to make a lot of noise. And, you know, although I do rent half the building, it's like, there's other people and you got to kind of like mind your business and stay in your area and you can't do whatever you want. So like this is like a dream come true to be able to have a place like this big. I mean, I didn't plan on getting a place this fucking big. I just wanted a place. I wanted a place of my own. But this was like the best deal I could find out of all the warehouses that were available. Yeah. There was warehouses that were half this size that were twice the price. So like we just like really lucked out finding this place.
Well, it's like the whole meant to be thing, right? But it is kind of meant to be. Yeah. It's weird when that works out that way and you're like, wait, so I'm gonna get more bang for less bucks?
It goes like, you know, when you first start the podcast, like, oh man, it'd be cool to, you know, have our own studio that wasn't in like somebody's basement, you know? So let's do that. So we did that. And then it's like, it'd be cool to have our own place. So now we get this 10,000 square foot warehouse. And like, what's next? What's going to be over like we're going to need armed security next? And like, what the fuck? Like, who knows? But that thought hasn't crossed my mind yet. Just like getting this done and seeing you guys hammer this shit out so fast has been insane to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's been a pleasure. I mean, after hearing, I heard a little bit about it from our mutual friend, and I was interested immediately. Yeah, so I was like, I'm interested for 5 reasons. Oh, leave me his number.
Yeah, Jackie's my aunt.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, she's good people. Yeah, we've been doing a lot of business together.
Yeah. Her house got fucked in that storm.
Not as bad as her neighbors.
Oh yeah, we're doing her neighbor's house, and it's a lot. It's a whole house redo, right?
Yeah. I can't believe that she's putting all that stuff back in the bottom level of her house. Are you guys doing the bottom floor? Yeah. So like, I told her just to make it all concrete floors, make it flood proof. So you just like pull the doors up when the hurricane comes and or pull the doors out.
They don't hear that.
No
way, dude.
Taj Mahal down there.
Yeah, that's the entry point, man. Yeah. We've done a lot of those. Right?
Yeah. Like we've done about 15.
That's what I would do. I would make everything concrete down there and just make it completely weatherproof.
So you don't have to worry about it. Right. But you know, people love that space.
Yeah. So we've run into that situation so many times throughout this storm. That's why this is like refreshing for us to have somebody chasing a dream, doing something new and beautiful, because we've been dealing with catastrophe for the better part of almost a year now.
Yeah.
Since, you know what I mean? And it's in 40, 50, full house, nonstop. And it's really nice to have someone go, yo, this is something that's cool. And this is what I've been looking. Yeah, it's my dream.
You know,
and I'm building for success. That's such a better, such a better feeling.
Actually have some like-minded people that think this is cool to be doing it for me. You know, like the dudes, some other guys I was talking to about doing this for me, like they were just, you know, this was just another job. Like, oh, okay, let's, you know, we'll hammer this out. We'll give you a quote, whatever. We don't give a shit about anything. Like, you know, it's just strictly business. But like, you guys are actually cool, and you guys think this stuff is interesting. So it's really cool to be able to work with you guys.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate it.
Well, we're blessed to be able to rise to the occasion.
Yeah.
I think I have a question, and a lot about what we do, and where we're going is trying to find a way to chase your dreams or follow your dreams and succeed. So I have a lot of whys why I do that, and I guess my question to you is what's your why? Like, what's your why?
I mean, I don't know. Like when I was really young, I mean, I always tell this. Like when I was like in my teens, I thought I wanted to like make movies, and then I got my first job working on the set of a movie, which was the Dolphin Tail movie that was shot down the street from here with Morgan Freeman about the dolphin, the guy's tail stuck in a crab trap. Winter the Dolphin, yeah. So Morgan Freeman had to make it a prosthetic tail, and it was a big Warner Brothers movie, and I got a job working as a camera assistant on that movie. Basically, my job was like to swap lenses, swap camera batteries, bring the media shit back to the media truck, swap the memory cards, build the camera rigs, get everyone breakfast and coffee. You know, I was like the bitch of the camera department. And I realized during the filming of that movie that that was not what I wanted to do, because it was the closest thing I ever done to working construction. Because I worked construction. When I was in high school, I worked for a painting company. Working on construction sites, painting buildings. And I was like, this is just like fucking construction. I'm like, this is not what I thought it was. And there was zero creativity in any of it. I was just like the bitch. And all the dudes who worked who were like the top camera guys, they were super unhappy because they were carnies with dental plans. They were always on the road, always working on movies in different parts of the world, going from movie to movie to movie. And they were on their third, fourth wives, never saw their kids. They'd be FaceTiming their kids all the time. They were grumpy old men. And I was like, I don't want to be one of these dudes. Like, I can't do this. So I started to just like work on my own creative stuff. And that's when I started like pitching, like developing and pitching my own TV show ideas. Did that for like 5-6 years. And pitched a lot of our shows to a bunch of big networks. We actually got one show greenlit by Spike TV, where the CEO of Viacom killed the show at the greenlight meeting because our show didn't fit their advertiser roster. And got fed up with that whole industry. Then I started doing advertising, had an advertising agency doing commercials. I was doing all Hulk's commercials, Hulk Hogan's commercials for there's always all these companies that always want to partner with him and like make him the face of their shit. And so like I was his guy, like, oh, these people want a commercial. Let's come up with a cool idea or whatever. And the first one we did was this commercial for a company called Hostomania, which was a web hosting company. And they wanted Hulk to be the face of it. It was like Hulk Hogan web hosting. And we had the idea to put him on a wrecking ball. This is when the Miley Cyrus video came out with the wrecking ball. And we're like, we're going to put you on a wrecking ball and you're going to swing through the frame and you're going to like drop kick Van Damme. Because Jean-Claude Van Damme was the GoDaddy guy. So it's like, oh yeah, I'll freaking knock out Van Damme. That'll be great. He's like, the only thing we need to do is I need to be in my birthday suit, brother. So we got him butt naked. Well, we ended up putting him like a skin colored thong. And he got on the wrecking ball and we made that whole video. And we ended up doing a ton of advertising shit for their ad company. And then we just decided to take all the TV show ideas that never went anywhere and just package them up for YouTube. And then we started doing mini documentaries on YouTube. That started to like blow up. That's what blew up the YouTube channel at first.
That's the concrete where you started with?
Yeah,
concrete. Yep.
And that's funny how that name came about. Like I had a different name. My ad agency was a different name before, and I got a cease and desist letter from an ad agency in California who had the same name. They're like, change your name. This is before I had no money, and they were like, change your name or we're going to sue you into oblivion. And I was like, okay. So my buddy who owns a concrete company, like a construction company, he was like, there's this domain name available that like I don't really have the money to waste on it, but it's like $5,000. You can buy concrete.com with a K. And I'm like, damn, that's a sick looking word. You know, just looking at it with the KONCRET.com. So I spent the money on that and I just named the company that. And then that's when we started doing the documentary stuff on YouTube. And the documentary started blowing up. And the documentaries take so long to do because you have to spend so much time like traveling around, interviewing people, editing, going back, filming again. I mean, you guys know what it's like. And we started supplementing that with podcasts in between, just like doing like between every documentary, we do podcasts talking about the documentaries. And then eventually the podcast started to get more views than the documentaries. And it's just like, you know, something about just like the early spark to want to like make movies just naturally sort of like led into the podcast thing, where the podcast thing is like the most sustainable thing for me, you know, because I got 3 kids, I got a wife, and it's a lot of responsibility. Don't have to travel. I can just schedule people to be in my studio every day and talk to them. So I think of it as like documentaries minus the B-roll and the editing, basically. So it just like naturally progressed.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see that by the way you're describing it. You didn't have a lot of control over what was happening, except
Yeah.
where you were making decisions along the way, and it
Yeah.
seemed like
Yeah.
you
It's just like little
believe
flashes
in
of-
manifestation. You believe in that kind of thing?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I totally believe that. You know, it's funny. I say it to my kid all the time. Like when he does little activities, like he does sailing and jujitsu and stuff like that, and he'll like tell himself, "I can't do that. I can't do that."
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
that's
Like, don't say that. It'll become real.
oh my God,
That's me, dude.
I can't be any. My knee hurts. Stop! It's not real.
Right,
I'm like,
yes.
bro, but my knee hurts. It cannot hurt.
Dude,
It can't.
I've got my
He's like that.
I've got my 5-year-olds saying,
Yeah.
you know, I can do this, because I've
Yeah.
literally rammed into them. Do not say you can't, because
Yeah.
then you can't.
Yeah.
If you say you can't, you can't.
Yeah, I tell my kid the same thing, man. Like, just say you can. Tell yourself you can do that.
That's right.
And it becomes reality, man. When I was really young, I used to listen to a lot of Tony Robbins.
Okay,
Yeah.
I do.
He's very
I was
inspirational.
obsessed with him when I was young.
Giant of a man too.
Oh,
Giant.
yeah.
It's easy to like. He's very
I remember I was
strong.
like trying to save up like money. It was like 20 grand to go to one of his things. I could never find enough money to waste on that. But I listened. I read it. I used to read all of his books, listen to all of his talks and stuff. That shit was like, that was part of my like early drive to like figure all this stuff out.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
drove a ton of people forward. Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
He's still around?
Yeah.
I think he lives in Palm Beach now.
Yeah.
Man, this might
Totally.
get, you mentioned it might get him on your show.
Maybe.
That would be.
Yeah, maybe, dude. He's fucking incredible.
Have you
He
ever thought
is.
about stuff like that? Like when someone comes up, like Tony Robbins, do you think now that you're getting, you know, all this
So many different
following, do
viewpoints
you ever think like, let me
from
get him
people.
on my show?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I think you probably could.
Yeah, no, we've never reached out to him, but I'm sure we could.
Yeah, I've always wondered that. Like, how do you decide? Is it just like who you loved when you were younger? And I know a lot of your stuff is very targeted. Like you have, you know, it's a huge range of people that you talk to. But I know there's a target audience, and you have a demographic you're aiming for. But yeah,
there's a lot of
I would
interesting-
probably pull Tony Robbins if I could, if I was you, just because he
Yeah.
inspired you when you were young. I'd be like, I want to
Yeah.
talk to the guy that inspired me.
Yeah, totally. No, we'll probably reach out to him at some point. We there's just a huge variety of people that we have coming in and out, and you know, talking about one specific topic gets old after a while. So I gotta switch it up. I gotta keep it fresh, do new stuff. Some people like to stick to one lane, and I can't do that.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean, that's kind of, you're right. Like we're in construction building, right? But it's hard for us too. Like we could just say, oh, we're going to be flooring company. We're going to do this or we're going to do that.
Yeah.
We do everything.
Yeah.
We accidentally became builders because we just took everything we could get our hands on.
Yeah.
And we did it because I hate monotony. He hates monotony.
Yeah.
The same thing
Right.
every day.
Right.
It does get old. There's a ton of challenges trying to handle, you know, so many moving parts.
Yeah.
But I do agree. I read a quote the other day, and I thought it was a great one. This guy said, imagine if I could tell you how many times you're going to fail, how fast you'd go ahead and fail those out of the way, right? You're going to fail 30 times before your success. You'd wake up and every day be like, let me hurry up and fail.
Yeah.
I got to get through these 30 failures so I can have my success.
Yeah.
I said, damn, that hit me a different way, because I said,
Yeah.
that's a good way of looking at it. If I could get through and fail real quick,
Yeah,
then I'll
totally.
find that success.
Yeah, a lot of people have the idea that when they like start something, it has to be perfect. You know, like it's got to be just right. Like I got to have these cameras, I got to have this lighting, I got to have this type of room, I got to have whatever it is, like these trucks for my business, or like all this stuff. I got to have business cards and all this stuff. And like I even have people who like came to me like early on in my podcast that I've had on, and they'd be like, "Oh man, maybe I should do a podcast." But like I can't do it until I have like all the right equipment or whatever. And it's like, nah, you just gotta like start it and suck. You gotta suck more. Yeah, you just gotta start sucking more and not worry about sucking, you know, and you just naturally get better, and then you get into the groove and the habit of just doing it, you know what I mean, and you just naturally get better at it, which has helped us a lot too. You know, in the beginning we only used to do like I was telling you, one a month, and then like one a week, and it's like, oh, how am I gonna do more than that? Like I gotta make sure I'm on, I'm prepared, I know what I'm talking about or whatever. But like the more you do it, when you just are just talking to people every day for hours, it's just automatic. It just comes, and you don't have to prepare for it. It's just like you're tapped into something where you know, everything flows, and like the right questions come out, and the conversation gets better. Versus like it's like anything, like working out a muscle. You know what I mean? The muscle gets stronger the more you use it.
So I got one more thought that I'd like to ask you. You have so many different points of view come across your desk, right? So many conversations that you get into. What is the rate that you learn new things? Probably substantial, right?
Yeah, man, my hard drive is full. A lot of times I'll have people in and we'll talk about stuff, and like will completely black out, and when we walk out of the conversation, I'll forget everything we talked about. And then when the episode comes out, I'll actually watch a little bit of it. I'll be like, whoa, that's interesting. Maybe I should read this dude's book. And I'll end up reading the guy's book after I have him on the podcast. And then I'll invite him in again a year later, you know?
Like, I read your book.
Right. Yes, exactly. It's impossible to read 5 books a week. You know, you can't. I can only consume so much.
Yeah.
So yeah, I forget as much as I learn. So it's just like a constant cycle of just new ideas and new perspectives from different people, and some stuff sticks in my long-term memory, but most of it is just flows right out.
You probably save a ton of that long-term memory for the fam, though. That's how I am now. It's like I would love to remember everything, but I got 4 kids, and I'm going to go ahead and pack away those memories.
Yeah.
Those are the undeletable. They come above and before everything else.
Yeah.
And that's what it's supposed to be. You know, we really are supposed to have those core memories.
My life with my kids, my home life is like 60-70% of my time. Mm-hmm. And then the rest of it is just work. Like it's not 50-50. It's definitely less work than it is handling the home life and the kids. You know, 3 kids is no fucking joke.
No.
He's got 4. Now I've got 4 now.
Yeah, he got 4. He went from 1 to 4.
I went from
overnight.
1 to 4 overnight.
Yeah.
That's a story for another podcast.
Yeah, but it was it's pretty funny to think that that's where you're living the dream. We tend to think the dream is money or the success or, you know, the company. It ain't that. It's actually the other thing. It's being able to go and do what you just said, which is 60 to 70% of your time being with your family, bro. Like that is the dream, really. Like people don't even know it sometimes. They think the dream's the other thing, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's definitely the family part.
Yeah, man. When you stop and smell the roses, that's definitely the most important thing. Even though sometimes in the heat of it, it's like, what the fuck did I do having 3 kids? Like this is chaos. It's wild, man. We're done. We're not having any more. No, they ripped. She got a C-section and they ripped her tubes out. So we're done.
Well, that's what my wife. My wife did the snip and burn, like they cauterized it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, no, she just went to see if. Matter of fact, it was Monday. That's why she was in pain, by the way. Because she went to go see if she could still have kids.
Oh my God!
She wants a kid.
I had a baby.
So
I had a baby.
Well, you can still do it.
Bruh, he had a baby, and so she's like, "Oh my!" She held the baby. She's like, "I want a baby."
Like, it was dead serious, no joke.
No joke.
Like it literally threw her for a loop,
I said,
dude.
Erica, we've made decisions. We've made decisions our whole life based on what we already have. Yeah. Don't fuck with me. Right. She went and fucked with me. I said, it is what it is. She was so mad too when I was like, maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we should think about it. Don't you love me? I said, yes, I love it. I love you. I love you. It's not about love. It's about everything else.
Yes.
What can you do though, dude? You just got to go with it. Yeah. Happy wife, right?
Yeah. You got to have the balance, man.
Yep.
So getting back to this, right? So he was saying something that I thought went with wood, right? And a lot of times commercial. We're going to be going with steel and stuff. Yeah. That wood is beneficial for a lot of reasons. Yeah. It's obviously natural, but for the sound. And you went from being in like basements to all this. You're going to have like a top-notch facility here, bro. It's going to be like soundproof. Yeah. I think it's pretty cool that you went, no, let me just do it like right. because I think from this you'll never have to do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, what you'll have here.
He might get a little. He might want another couple walls. or
That's right.
something.
Yeah.
Just for that double door that Joe Rogan's got. That thing is bad.
I didn't hear about this.
This weekend he sent me a Joe Rogan's door, and we had built it. There's no way we could get 2 doors in this one, so I'm like, oh, Danny, don't go change it.
Why? What was it? Big ass.
It was they have like
double
a fucking 20-inch wall, dude.
Oh, okay.
And so they got 2 solid doors that close against each other. So they open. It definitely adds to the barrier of sound.
Yeah, for sure.
You know.
And he sent you that video.
Yeah, I'm like,
and Danny's like, I really like this.
His studio is like maybe half the size of this room.
Really?
His recording room is like half the size. I'm like, fuck, did I go too far?
Who is that?
The roof again.
Oh, okay.
Run up there.
And we apologize, but you know, I mean, we're in a construction site. We can't slow everyone down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's what it is. It's a little noisy sometimes.
Yeah.
No,
it's good.
we'll probably be wrapping it up.
Yeah, we're about wrapped up. We wanted to keep it short and sweet, and plus we want to get we want to leave some room for stuff to talk about when we're in your finished room. Right?
Yeah, so get a look around because it's all open and everything. Yeah.
Yes, I got you. Yeah, we're gonna start working on
It has
that.
the wood in the center, and like the little metal things that like stabilize it. It's pretty bad.
I got you. I'm gonna build you one just like it.
Hell yeah, I'm psyched. I'm so psyched, man, to see this shit come together.
Thanks
Oh, yeah.
again for having us.
Yeah,
Dude,
man.
thank you guys.
It's
Thank
real
you, bro.
pleasure.
Thank you guys, man.
Yeah, man.
You guys are hammering this shit out so fast, man. It's impressive.
That's exactly what they want to hear. That's good marketing for us.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're busting our ass on this place.
Yeah.
That's right. Done quick, done right. Those rarely come together.
Yeah.
Rarely. So
Yeah.
the next time I guess we're in here, it's going to be like finished product.
That's
Yeah?
right.
It's gonna be cool to see.
And then we'll
It
sit
is.
down then maybe for 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, bro. For
All
sure.
All right.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you
bro.
guys.
Thank you, man. All right.